Okay, guys, welcome back. I finally figured out, I think what was going on is, I believe my hard drive was full on my phone. So it was just cutting me off after 2, 3 minutes. So I went and deleted like 30, 40 gigs of older video. And I didn't realize the videos were that massive. There's no reason for it to be recording at that high of definition, but whatever. So we should be good to go from now on. So just to kind of reset where we are. So fighting the Carapace Queen, she's still at 60 life. There's 4 husks on play. I just drew the second player turn card. I was about to start my actions with Kadir when the camera messed up. So I don't know how much was missed, but should be good going forward. And just try to make the best of it. All right, so I'm going to cast a spark, destroying 1 husk. She's going to prep 2 sparks, and then she has 4 power from her 2 crystals and her jade. And she's going to take a flexing dagger and a jade. And then her next 3 cards, Clouded Sapphire, Emerald Shard, Crystal, as well as Flexing Dagger and another crystal. Okay. So that's where we're at. Nemesis. Okay, so first thing that happens is the Bloodworm is going to create another husk. Broodworm, sorry. And then Agony Field is going to get activated. So it's going to unleash, which creates 2 more husks. So back up to 6. And any player discards 3 cards in hand and then draws 1 card. I will use Kadir on that. Discard 2 crystals and the Emerald Shard. And then she draws 1. Okay. And then it's her turn. So she's going to use Flexing Dagger. Well, first of all, she's going to use the 2 sparks. Cast both of those. Okay. Then she's going to use Flexing Dagger. It's going to focus her 3rd breach. And then she's going to gain 4 power and also grant Mist a charge. It seems like I get 4 power every single time. Yeah, I'm just going to take 2 jades. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so next round, her first turn, she's going to have Flexing Dagger, Unstable Prism, Spark, Jade, and Crystal. And turn 1. Mist is going to cast Spark, destroying 1 husk. She's going to prep 2 Amplify Visions. She's then going to use Unstable Prism to destroy 1 of these crystals, but it gives her 2 power. And so she gets a total of 3 power. Right there. And I'm going to take another. I'm going to take a Phoenix Flame, actually. Yeah. I forgot that was 3 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm not taking nearly as many gems in this, but Unstable Prism is a 3 cost. That Axe is a 2. That Axe is a 2. And that's a 3 cost that deals damage. And what I need is more number of spells more than single target damage because of the husks. So on her next turn, her 5 cards are going to be 3 crystals and 2 sparks. This works just fine for me. And it's going to be Nemesis again. So first that's going to create a husk. Then card. So another creature. Haze Spewer. Gravehold suffers damage equal to this minion's current life. Then this minion suffers 1 damage. But it doesn't have... So that's a lot more dangerous, but it doesn't have the shield that the Broodworm has. Can't even attack that until I get those husks down to 0. Crazy. And unless I do that, I'm not even going to bother with the Carapace Queen. So I guess there's kind of... I'm probably doing this the wrong way, to be honest. So the strategy would be either to just go after the Carapace Queen, not really worry about the husks, but you have to worry about the husks or the game is over. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Still learning. All right. I'm going to start with Kadir. Kadir has nothing prepped, but I'm going to prep a spark. I'm also going to use a flexing dagger to open this breach. So now she has 3 breaches open, which is pretty sweet. Also going to use unstable prism, destroying this crystal. That's going to grant me 2 power. And then I have my Jade, which also grants me 2 power. So 4. Yeah, I'll take Amplify Vision. And yeah. First 3 cards are going to be a Jade and 2 crystals. And she also is going to have 2 more crystals. So already in this game, I've destroyed 1 crystal for each mage, which is more than I did the last game. So, yeah. Okay. So she has 2 Amplified Visions. They can focus your closed breach with the lowest focus cost. That's sweet. Also does 2 damage. So I'm going to have both of these attack the Haze Spewer. And they're going to focus my 3rd breach twice, which opens it. So I'm actually having a much easier time opening breaches in this game. And then I'm going to prep 2 sparks. And this guy is down to 1 hit point. Excuse me. Now I have 3 power. And I'm going to use that to buy Unstable Prism. And for her next turn, she's going to have 2 Jades, Crystal, Garnet Shard, and a Spark. And she's going again next. Okay, so I'm going to cast... Oh, I guess it doesn't really matter which one I use. Both Sparks. 1 gets a damage bonus, but it's wasted. So I'm going to kill the Haze Spewer. Yay. And 1 husk. Back down to 3. I'm then going to prep Spark. And then with these cards, that's worth 2, 4, 6 power. I will buy Clouded Sapphire. I don't think she has one yet. Like 2 of those each would be fine. And her next turn, 1, 2, 3, 5. we're going to have a Unstable Prism, Crystal, 2 Amplify Visions, and a Phoenix Flame. Not bad. So definitely learned my lesson on getting more spells a little earlier, especially if they're cheap like this. Okay, she's going to cast Spark, destroy 1 Husk. The rest is just crystals, just gemstones. So 4 crystals and a jade is 6. And she's going to buy a Clouded Sapphire as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's going to have 2 Sparks, Emerald Shard, Flex Dagger, and a Jade on her next turn. Nemesis. This is Rootworm is going to create a Husk. And the card. Power 3. The player with the most prep spells suffers 2 damage for each of their prep spells. So, easy way around this is to not have any prepped. But, see if that's worth doing. Okay. Oh. Sorry. Crazy. Okay. Another Husk gets created. And 1 power token goes off there. And we draw another card. Venomite. We are now tier 2. The player with the lowest life suffers 2 damage. Or any player discards a prep spell that costs 3 or more. Damn. So. I actually feel like I'm doing decently. But keep in mind, I have yet to damage Carapace Queen even once. Haven't even attacked her. And I'm already in tier 2. And there's 2 creatures on board with full life. Yeah. Am I doing okay? I think so. I think I'm doing pretty good. We will see. These aren't the most high damage spells. Not the worst either. Let's see how it goes. All right, Kadir. She's got nothing prepped. So I'm going to prep 2 Sparks. Flexing Dagger. Allows me to focus this for 1, which I'm going to pay with the Emerald Shard. And then my Jade allows me for 2, which I'm going to use to buy the other Jade. I think that's a reasonable setup. I don't mind. I want my Sparks. I have the Unstable Prism, allows me to destroy my crystals. I want my Sparks, so I don't need to destroy them. They're fine. All right. So, next hand, look at that. Sapphire, 2 Jades, Amplify, and Crystals. So that's 8 power plus a good spell. So, can't go wrong with that. Hand's already starting to get good. All right, missed again. She's got 1 Spark. Does 2 damage to the Venomite. Just don't like not being inefficient. All right, and we're going to prep both Amplify Visions and Phoenix Flame. And then I'm going to use Unstable Prism on this crystal and destroy it, giving me 2 power and buying a Flexing Dagger. Then use Unstable Prism. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. This next hand is going to be Unstable Prism, 3 crystals, and a Spark. And she goes again. Okay. So, These all do 2 damage. This one does 3. And allows me to focus twice. And 2, 2, 3, that's 7. So that will kill the Venomite. Not too shabby. I will then prep Spark. I will use Unstable Prism to destroy a crystal, giving me 2 power. I will use the other 2, so that comes to 4. And I will buy another Amplify Vision. It's kind of a boring game so far. Nobody's taking any damage. Alright, our next turn she's going to have 2 Jades, Garnet Shard, Crystal, and a Spark. Nemesis. Broodworm creates another Husk. Bleed Static. It's going to lose a charge. And power. 4 Foul Multitudes. Jesus. Husks have 2 life. That's crazy. Wow. Power 3. So all Husks now have 2 life as long as this card's on the table. And they heal to 2 life at the end of each turn, so they don't take damage. You can only kill them by dealing 2 damage. It also immediately unleashes, which brings 2 more Husks into play. And at the end of 3 turns, the Queen swarms. So this is the kind of card where, like, if you're up here, it can be really hard to dig yourself out of that hole. Yeah. Okay. Nemesis card again. So he creates a Husk. Power 3. Okay. So she has 2 prep spells. She's going to take 4 damage. Bring her down to 6. That goes away. 1 power comes off. And a card. Unleash twice, which would had 4 Husks onto the board, putting me 1 Husk away from the players losing the game. Ugh. Or put the most recently discarded minion card, Venomite, back into play, which I will do that. But man, that's see how much more difficult this seems than the Rageborn? Just the way her cards seem to interact with the basic cards are just kind of scary. All right, turn 2. 2 Sparks. I'm going to destroy 1 Husk, and I'll do 1 damage to the Venomite. Pretty underwhelming. And then I will prep Amplify Vision. And with these gemstones, that's worth 5, 8. Plus Mist will get a charge. So for 8, Amplify Vision. Phoenix Flame. No. No. I'm going to take that back. I'll take a Burning Opal. And I think it's fine. First two cards are going to be Flexing Dagger and Unstable Prism. Along with Spark, Clouded Sapphire, and MJ. And that's the end of that round. I believe that was round 3. 3 or 4. Still, nobody's dying. She's taking some damage. Gravehold's still at full life. Carapace Queen still at full life. You know, Swarm this round. Once that pops off. I really don't like that power. I really don't like it. 1. Okay. Missed. She's got a +2. So 2 damage Spark. I'm going to destroy a Husk. I'm going to prep a Spark. And then I have 4, 5, 6 power. And I will buy Wildfire Whip. Nice thing is, I've had a really easy time getting my breaches open. So I can basically just go all spells. There's enough that are cheap. And cheap ones are still useful. So on our next turn, Unstable Prism, Flexing Dagger, Spark, Clouded Sapphire, Elijah. Okay. And she goes again. Okay. So I'm going to use Spark again. Destroy another Husk, because that's a 2 damage Spark. And I will prep Amplify Vision. And Spark. Actually, no. Prep them like that. Use Flexing Dagger, although I don't know if I'm going to open that or not. These are worth 5 power. Yeah. Burning Opal. Next turn, 2 Amplify Visions, Phoenix Flame, Unstable Prism with a Crystal. Not bad. And we get Kadir. Nice. So she has Amplify Vision. Casting that is going to open her last breach. Very nice. All 4 breaches open. And that does 2 damage. Yeah, they're all open, so I guess 3. Focus, because it says focus when you close breach first. So I'm going to count that as 3 damage. And I'm going to have it attack the Venomite. Where'd the little health thing go? Hiding on me. Alright. I'm going to prep a Spark. I'm going to use this, but it doesn't do anything. I'm going to use the Focus or Breach power, just so I can discard it. I don't want to destroy it for 1 damage. Well, actually, no, I will destroy it for 1 damage, it's fine. I was going to save it for the... breaches, but I'll do that. And 2, 4, 7. Plus gives a charge token to Mist. On 7, Consuming Void. No, I don't actually want that. Amplify Vision Phoenix, fine. Yeah, I don't think I want Consuming Void. Unless I'm going to destroy. No, I don't see the point to it. Okay. Not in this one, because I want my sparks. Alright, Nemesis. Creates a husk. Lowest life, suffers 2 damage. Or discard a card. Prep 3, so discard 5 vision. And this removes power. Okay, and a card. Power 1. Gravehold suffers 18 damage. Man. Oh, good. Okay. That's actually not what I wanted. Spark on the Venomite does 2 damage. Down to 3. And I can't use it unless it's being activated. It's not to discard the card, so it's a little different than the other ones. So this is worth 6 power. Wildfire Whip. Right, and Nemesis, of course. All right, let's see how lucky I got. 2, 3, 4, 5. Not very lucky. Not very lucky. Okay. Okay. This is going to create a husk. This is going to do 2 damage to the player with the lowest life. So she's now going to drop to 4 life. Yeah, so those powers both worked first. Finally getting rid of the 2 life husks, but we're going to swarm. So Gravehold's going to suffer 5 damage. Bring me to 25. And then this power is going to activate, dealing 18 damage to Gravehold, minus 3 for every gem I discard. And I only have 3. So Gravehold's going to suffer another 9 damage, dropping it to 16. So half my life just gone. Just gone. Craziness. Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to kill this thing. Well, maybe you are. Maybe no, because if you get a bad swarm, you're dead. I think you're just supposed to kill husks. And maybe that's maxing out on spells, because if you do 6 damage and you're willing to pay 1 life, you can kill 6 of them at a time. Like you can do group attacks that way. I just haven't been in that position yet. All right. Kadir. She has nothing prepped. I will prep 2 sparks. And Flexing Dagger, destroy 1 husk. That's her turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I have 2 Jades, Sapphire, Phoenix Flame, Burning Opal. That is a sweet little hand right there. Let me tell you. That's a, what, 10? 10 power and a spell? Not bad. All right, go again. Okay. 2 sparks. These both do 2 damage. I'm not going to worry about paying life to destroy them right now. Oh, you know what? Forget that. That is still pretty inefficient, but I will kill the Venomite. Okay. Nemesis, create a husk. Carapace Queen swarms twice, or any player suffers 4 damage. So swarming twice is 10 damage to Gravehold. So I'm going to take 4 damage on Mist, because that would be ridiculous. All right. So cast Spark, does 2 damage. I'll just use it to kill the worm or husk. I'm going to prep 2 Amplified Visions and Phoenix Flame. And then I'm going to use Unstable Prison to gain 2, which I will use to buy a charge, actually. Yeah, charge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, Miss next turn, she's going to have 2 Jades, Wildfire, Whip, Spark, and a Crystal. Now I think about it, I mean, you have 4 breaches and you draw 5 cards, so like it's nothing wrong with drawing 4 spells on a turn. And she's going to go again. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Okay. So that's 2 damage. I'm going to do that to Carapace Queen. And that's going to open my last breach. Actually, oh, I'm sorry, that was 3 damage. Because it was on the 3rd one. Now this one is going to also do 3 damage. And I'm going to pay a focus to do 4 damage with the Phoenix Flame. Excuse me. So that's 3 damage and 4 damage. And I'm also going to pay life to separate for each of those. Bring me from 6 down to 4 life. But it's going to destroy all those husks. So they are now off the board. Which is fantastic. And I'm going to prep Wildfire Whip and Spark. And then I still have 5 to spend. Burning Opal. Okay. Our next turn starts with Garnet Shard and Crystal. Spark, Burning Opal, Clouded Sapphire. Nemesis. Bergworm creates a husk. And Dominion. Persistent Gravehold suffers 2 damage. So it just feels like I can't get ahead. I can't get caught up. go with Kadir. She's going to prep Phoenix Flame. I don't think it will. This is worth 10 power. I'm going to buy Phoenix Flame and Wildfire Whip. It also grants a charge to Mist. Nemesis is going to go. So, brings back a Husk. And Gravefold suffers 2 damage. And then we draw a card. 2 discard, spend 4 charges. Power 2, Carapace Queen swarms, unleashes, and then swarms again. I'm just going to pay the 4 charges now, because that's power 2, so I have some time, but that scares me. I just don't want to deal with that. So we're just gonna skip that one. All right. So our first card is going to be a crystal. Amplify Vision, Phoenix Flame, Cloud Sapphire. Not bad. So Phoenix Flame does 2 damage. Do it to Needlemaw. Bring him to 9. That gets discarded. Oh, it was 3 damage. Sorry. 3 damage. And then I'll prep 2 Amplify Visions and another Phoenix Flame. And then Clouded Sapphire and a Crystal is worth 4 power and grants a charge. And for 4 power, I'll gain 2 charges, I guess. For her next turn, she's going to have a Crystal, Wildfire Whip, Spark, Unstable Prism, and Jade. Nemesis is going to go. So first, create a Husk. Gravefold suffers 2 damage. Brings me down to 12. And draw a card. Unleash twice. So that puts in 4 more Husks. 3, 4. The player with the most prep spells discards their most expensive prep spell. Okay. So Mist. Cast Spark and Wildfire Whip. This is going to do 7 damage. Still not enough to kill it, so I'm actually just going to do 2 to the Needlemaw. Spark, and then Wildfire Whip. I'm going to pay 1 life to destroy 5 Husks. 3, 4, 5. Get that one under control. Okay. Prep a Spark. Now these gems are worth 6, 7, 8. Although I'm going to use, so I'll reduce that to 7. I'm going to discard this crystal when I cast my Burning Opal, letting Kadir draw another card. It's also going to grant her a charge. And I'll have 7 power. That's what it is. mean, I can't do anything until I get rid of that brood one. That thing's so annoying. Alright. Unstable Prison, Flexing Dagger, Amplify Vision, Crystal, and a Spark. Next turn. And it's her turn. So this is going to deal 2 damage to the Needle Maw. I'll bring it down to 4. And then a Prep, Amplify Vision, and a Spark. Destroy Flexing Dagger, deal 1 damage. Use Unstable Prison to destroy Crystal, giving me 2, which I will use for a charge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, next turn, Unstable Prison to Amplify Vision, Phoenix Flame, Burning Up. Much better hands. So, I actually feel a little bit better. I mean, my life's not good, 3 and 4. Ooh, that's not good. And I didn't realize this. I thought that if you drop to 0, you became exhausted, and you know any damage that would have been dealt to you is now double to Greyfold, right? And you lose a breach, which is all true. What I didn't realize is that both of them become exhausted. You just lose immediately. Greyfold can have 30 life, but if these, so the first one that dies effectively becomes exhausted and can still fight, but the second one does it is game over. Which is not, I didn't realize that. So I was actually a lot closer to losing that first one than it first appeared. All right. 2 spells. Let's see what we got. This one's going to do 4 damage. It's fine. I guess I wasted that. Destroy on the other one. I want to get rid of that Needle Maw. And this is going to deal 2 damage. But I'm just going to use it to get rid of a husk. And I will now prep 2 5 visions. All right. And this is worth 5 power. I'm going to do a 5. Burning Opal, I guess. I should probably stop doing that. So next turn, 2 Jades and a Crystal. I feel like I'm getting close to the end of the game already. If I'm not careful. Plus Wildfire, Whip, and Spark. Okay, Kadir. She has Phoenix Flame prepped. Okay, 2 damage. Sure. Destroy that last husk. Okay, Amplify Vision. This is going to do 4 damage. 1 for the additional on the breach, and then 1 for all breaches being opened. Finally, not destroying it, but bringing it to 1 hit point. So, making some progress. I'm going to prep Spark, Wildfire Whip. Use Unstable Prison to destroy Crystal for 2. And then I still get another, what was that, 5? 5 total. I'm going to use it for charges. And you know what? I'm going to use her power too. So I'm going to return 2 Amplify Visions, which are both going to go here. I think it's fun. So now it's 5 spells prepped. Hell yeah. Those special abilities are so overpowered. If you think about it, it's 10 power to activate a special ability, and they are amazing. So once you get to this point in the game, it's probably the way to go. 5 very basic shards. Nemesis. Broodworm is going to create another husk. Power 1. So discard, spend 7 power. Do Magus. The player with the most charges suffers 4 damage and loses all of their charges. So that will kill either of my players. So I definitely want to get rid of that, if possible. All right. How much? 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. So, yeah, okay. Get to that in a second. So, Phoenix Flame. Destroy a husk. Spark. Destroys the Broodworm. Yeah. Oh, man. I mean, that thing just... right on the first turn in the game. I know it's a tier 1, so like it always comes up early, I guess, but man, just every time. Husk, 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 husk. So finally got rid of it. So both these amplify vision, so now I can attack Carapace Queen. I got nothing else to target. That's going to do 4 damage. That's going to do 4 damage. And that's going to do 4 damage. So 12 damage total. Yeah. To the Carapace Queen, bring her down to 44. That gives me some hope. That gives me some hope. And then I have 4, 7 power here to get rid of Magus. Woo! Okay, we got a real shot at this. Nothing. All right, attack. Any player places their discard pile on top of their deck, shuffles it, and then destroys the top 4 cards of their deck. Then unleashes twice. She has 2 sparks, Wildfire Whip, Phoenix Flame. I'll misdo it. Okay. Unstable Prison, Amplify Vision, Spark are all destroyed. Oh, I did that off camera. So Spark, Amplify Vision, 2 Unstable Prisms have all been destroyed. And then unleashes twice, creating 4 more husks. Hey, at least it's starting from 0. Okay. Yeah. That does 4 damage, that does 4 damage. This, I'm going to pay a charge, and that's going to up that to 4 damage. I'm going to pay 1 life with the Amplify Vision, and that's going to destroy all 4 husks. 2, just do 4 damage, which is 8. Bring Carapace Queen down to 36. I only have 2 life, but still. And I'm going to prep Wildfire Whip, Spark, and I have 5 power, which I will use to get 2 more charges. So I just don't really see me needing any more cards. Charges are the way to go, I think. All right. So Consuming Void, Giant, Shard, Cloud Saucefire, Burning Opal. And that's the end of that round. Odd. Okay, I hope you guys are still following and having fun. It's going pretty good. My voice is a little hoarse. I've been filming this not back to back, but same day as the first video. So my throat is a little sore. I should have had some honey. All right. We're going to start with Kadir. Her 5 cards. She's got 2, nothing prepped, but she's got 4 cards, 2 prep, and a Clouded Sapphire, which grants 3. So I'm just going to end a charge to Mist. So I'm going to give them each a charge. Seems effective. And our next 3 cards. Hey, it's okay. 4 gems in a spell. Let me see. There's nobody there. Everything's fine. My dogs love to guard the house because they're good babies. All right, Kadir gets to go again. And there is nothing up. So everybody just gets to, everybody just gets to go on, directly on the Carapace Queen. I think I'm going to I'm going to spend that charge. Do 4 damage. Oh, that actually does 5 damage. Sorry. That does 5 damage. And then these each do 1. So 12. That's a total of 12 damage. Bringing Carapace Queen down to 24. So I did buy enough spells, it looks like, thankfully, to start getting some serious damage in here. Now, prep a Phoenix Flame. I have a Clouded Sapphire, 2 Jades, and a Burning Opal, which is worth 10. Yeah, actually. That's worth 10. That's, so I'll do that. Mist gets a charge from the Sapphire, and then I'm going to use those 10 points to buy and then use her special ability. I'm not gonna bring them onto the board. And I'm going to pull off these 3 spells and prep them. So there you go. Very nice. 2, 3, 4, 5. Definitely a weaker hand on it coming up on our next one. But she already had her 2 for this round. So. Okay, so Nemesis, there's nothing on the board. Swarms, Unleash, and then Swarms. So there are 0 husks, so place 4 on the board. And now Unleashes places 2 husks, which is just crazy. And then Swarms again, forcing any player to discard a prep spell. And that creates 2 more husks. You see that? It didn't cause any damage or anything. But then 8 husks. That's crazy. All right. It's okay. It's okay. Hey. Nobody's out there. Yeah, it's just snowing. It's just snowing, you guys. Yeah, just keep it. All right. All right, sorry about the distractions. I'm going to try to wrap this up pretty quick. All right, so Wildfire Whip is worth 5. So I'm going to cast that with the damage, unfortunately, to remove 5 husks from the board. And then I'm going to cast a Spark Regular, do 2 damage. Brings you to 22. I'm then going to prep Consuming Void. Wonder if I could Huh. Oh, I'm going to use her special ability too. Sorry about that. So Kadir is going to draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very nice. I'm going to use Burning Opal, discard that. So she gets to draw another card. And I still have 7. No, because I'm using that one already. Alright, so 7. 7 power. She gains a charge. And with that 7 power... Wildfire Whip, I guess? No, it doesn't make sense. I'll just buy 3 charges. The game's going to be over by the time I... although this is pretty short. So maybe not. 1, 2, 3, 5. 3 and still. 2 Burning Opals, Spark, Phoenix Flame, Amplified Vision. I like having these small decks. Nemesis. Nothing on the board. Power 1, unleash 3 times, which will create 6 husks. To destroy... Oh, destroy 2 prep spells that cost 3 or more. No, I'm going to leave it. I don't want to do that because those are worth 3 damage apiece. Okay, and 1. I'm just going to go all in on damage, I think. Oh, no. I'm going to use Consuming Void, destroy, spark for 4 damage. Brings me to 18. Prep, Phoenix Flame, Amplified Vision. Oops, sorry, camera. And I'm going to use Burning Opals for 6, which I will use for... Well, what I'll do is for 3 charges because I'm going to use it. So that's the first 2. I'm going to use her special ability and then buy another one. So the ally now draws 4 additional cards again. 2, 3, 4. So she's going to have a hell of a turn. When eventually it comes up. Because she's got 2, 3, 4, 5. I think she has 14 cards in her hand, which should be more than enough to give her ability, which allows her to pull the spell cards out of this card pile. So I'm gonna combo this into a win, I think. Feeling good. All right. So start with Phoenix Flame does 3 damage. I will pay 1 life on the first one to destroy these 3 husks. So that is back to 0. This one's still going to do... I will pay the charge to up this one up by 2. So it's not going to do 5 damage from that. This does 4 damage. So 9. So I got the Carapace Queen down to 9 life. Yes. And look at all these cards I got to play. Wildfire Whip, Amplify Vision, Phoenix Flame, Letsplay gem to destroy it. So I have 2. Oh, this one, any player gains 1 life. And then I still have 2, 6, oh, 8, sorry, 9, 10, 11. 11 power from 3 jades, 3 crystals of the unstable chrism. So I'm going to buy 5 powers, activate her, and allows me to grab 3 spells. And I may prep 2 to each breach. So Wildfire Whip. So craziness. Oh, and I still had a spark too. So that's 8 damage spells. Prepped, ready to go, winning the game on her next turn. So it looks like I'm in good shape. And she's got all crystals for her next hand. First, we're going to go with Mist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think she's got enough to pull it off. Maybe. Use a charge. Bumps it to 4, 5 damage. And yeah, okay. And this does 3, 4 damage. Yeah, 9 damage. Carapace Queen is destroyed, killed, and fought back into the breach. Gravehold survives another night. So just out of curiosity, it's like, yeah, it was coming up. I want to see how much damage this would do. So 5 damage, 10. She doesn't have a charge. So 13. This would be 4, so 17. 2, 19. 22. 23. 25. 25 damage in a single turn to the boss from here. So that would have been fun. All right, guys. Appreciate you so much coming along. This game, this one a little shorter, despite its technical difficulties, is more like an hour and a half, hour 45. But I had fun. Carapace Queen was defeated, and yeah, I liked my strategy of going for. So what I learned in this game, I bought a lot less cards from the store, and I used more destroys. So I did get some gems. But I wasn't trying, to get all the sapphires. I just made sure each character had 1 or 2. And then I started getting spells. It helped that they were cheaper, and I was going for more of number of spells versus how high the damage count was. So I didn't, and they were cheaper, so I didn't need as many gems, which is nice. But yeah, I was able to bypass a lot of the relics, and I was able to stop pretty early on the gems and kind of just go for spells. And then I had enough spells pretty quick by the mid game, and I could towards the end there just really focus on their special abilities, which let me give her a hand of 14 cards, and I think I used each of their abilities twice. Might have used hers 3 times. Used hers twice. So yeah. And I was able to cancel all of those cards at the end and really keep the boss under control. So, felt good. Yeah, that was fun. Looking forward to the next boss. Haven't decided yet whether to do Crooked Mask or Prince of Gluttony. They're both difficulty 5. So I'll probably flip a coin on that. All right, guys. This has been Drogs from Fully Paying Managers, and I hope you enjoyed this session, and God bless. Have a great day.